What's up, everyone? This is This What It Is? And I'm your host, Gunvin. So, alright. So, yesterday was the first round of the NFL draft. And Cam Ward was picked first by the Tennessee Titans, which is, pretty good pick. I think everyone expected him to go first. So that's going to be interesting. I'm not even going to front. I think, he didn't even look that happy that he got drafted by them, but I think he'll do good on that team because he's going to be the franchise player and he's going to be, he's going to have a chance to prove himself as a starting quarterback. So I think he'll actually do good in Tennessee. Okay. Oh, shit. But, yeah, so I'm going to get to what I really want to talk about here. So, SHEDEUR Sanders went undrafted, and I wasn't that surprised because I feel like most teams already have their first, starting quarterback. So it's like, if you don't need a starting quarterback, unless you're the Titans, if you don't need a starting quarterback, you're not going to draft one. It makes more sense to try to get SHEDEUR in the second round. So I think he's going to go in the second round. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get drafted at all. I don't think there's really any chance of that happening. But, people in the comments, they were like, oh, yeah, you see, it's because he was arrogant. Bro, it's like, what do you think SHEDEUR Sanders is saying in these meetings that he's so arrogant that they wouldn't trade him? I think that's a stupid assessment. SHEDEUR Sanders, yeah, he's confident, but I've never heard him say really something that arrogant. I've never heard him say he's the greatest of all time. I've never heard him say anything truly arrogant. It's all just been confidence. So I don't understand. I really don't. It's so easy. There's a real thin line between confidence and arrogance. So what I really think that is people not knowing their vocab words and not truly knowing the definition of what they say. Because even me, right? There's a bunch of words that I say that I probably don't know the true definition of. And I feel like we all do that. So, yeah, I don't think that he didn't get drafted because he's arrogant. I think, like the Giants, they got a defensive player. They already have Russell Wilson. Why would they draft SHEDEUR in the first round when they know they could potentially get him in the second round? Or if he gets drafted by another team, pardon me, if he gets drafted by another team, they could trade for him. So, personally, I think he's going to end up going to the Giants in the second round. And I think if the Giants have a chance to get SHEDEUR and they don't in the second round, I think that would be stupid because you just signed Russell Wilson to a one-year deal. So that shows you don't really have confidence that he's going to be starting for you guys next year. So this is good, you know. This is good for New York. It's looking like SHEDEUR is going to end up in New York. So, yeah, to have him as a second quarterback, I mean, that would be great. So, be smart, New York Giants, right? Because if you guys don't get him, the fucking Jets might. And I think that would be actually really smart. Imagine having Justin Fields and SHEDEUR. Because Fields, you know, he's a good quarterback, but you know what I'm saying? If he doesn't do good, you gotta have SHEDEUR. That would be crazy. So you know what? If the Giants don't get him, the Jets get SHEDEUR. That would be real smart. We already got an offensive lineman in the first round, I believe with the 7th pick, right? So that was really smart. But yeah, Jets, if you could get SHEDEUR, you know what I'm saying? We could actually start him. So yeah, that would be real cool. But this is gonna be an interesting second round of the draft tomorrow. So yeah, I'm probably gonna watch it, and then yeah. So this is fucking crazy. Like, you know, I have a good week at the gym, and then I fucking catch a cold. I knew something was gonna happen, you know, but whatever. I've been doing what I gotta do, getting rest, and hopefully after tomorrow I'll be good, and then I'll be back in the gym and all that. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here for the podcast. Shout out to all my subscribers. Honestly, y'all gotta subscribe because, real talk, this is a fucking dope ass podcast. Like, bro, like, how much time has it been? Like, fucking a year and a half? This fucking podcast is actually mad fucking ill. So, yeah, you know, hit that fucking subscribe button. Okay, so I don't want to talk about the lightweight division in the UFC too much, but I'll just say this real quick. It's looking like Islam Makhachev is gonna verse Justin Gaethje. And not Topuria. And people are like, okay, so Justin Gaethje recently got knocked out by Max Holloway. And then Topuria recently knocked out Max Holloway. But I'm like, yo, that's in a different division. You guys, how about mentioning that when you guys fucking say that? You know? So, oh yeah, and then it's like, okay, Max Holloway knocked out Justin Gaethje at lightweight and didn't get knocked down in that fight. He actually won every round, right? And then knocked him out in the 5th round. But then when Topuria was at lightweight, he got knocked down and almost knocked out by Jai Herbert, who's like probably not even in the top 15. So, you know, and then Topuria came back to get the win. So it's like, you guys are talking about this like fucking Topuria knocked out Max Holloway at 155, which he didn't. That was at featherweight, okay? And then what people haven't talked about yet, and I'm probably the only one that's saying this right now, but what if Max Holloway ends up rematching Topuria at lightweight? That would be fucking sick, you know? And people would just count out Max Holloway and just be like, yeah, you know, Topuria knocked him out. But Max Holloway, he might knock the fuck out of Topuria at lightweight. You know? Because if you want to talk about arrogance, it's Topuria. He's over here saying shit like, oh, he was on the Patrick David podcast, and he's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to ask Islam what his favorite submission is, and then submit him with that pause. He didn't say pause, but like, you know, whatever. But like, yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna drag him to Khabib and submit him in front of Khabib and like talk to Khabib. And the dude, Patrick David, just starts laughing at him, like right in his face, like, haha, like laughing really loudly. Like, you're not gonna do that, bro. First off, Islam Makhachev, you know, we don't know until they fight, but, you know, he looks way stronger. I mean, it's pretty safe to say he's much stronger than Topuria. He's a better wrestler. Topuria never showed better wrestling or submission ability than Islam. So, yeah, if you want to talk about arrogance, it's Ilya, but he's undefeated, so, you know, he has the right to talk that shit. But, yeah, I don't think lightweight's the division for him. I think he's probably gonna end up moving back down to featherweight, and then it's gonna be like, bro, you should never did that shit. But we'll see. I know everyone's kind of mad about heavyweight and lightweight in the UFC. Like, you know, they want to see the division move, and they're kind of mad that Islam doesn't want to fight Topuria. But what I'll say is, when we do get the answers to these fights, it's going to be worth the wait. So if you appreciated this episode, hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. This is this what it is? And I'm your host, Gunman.